Let me ask you something powerful. What if your success, your peace of mind, your future depended not on what you do once in a while, but what you do every single day? Would you be proud of your habits? Would you be proud of how you think, how you speak, how you move through life? The truth is, success is not one big move. It's a series of small, consistent moves. It's the things you work on daily that shape the person you become. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. So today we're going to dive deep into 10 things you must work on every single day to become the best version of yourself. These are the inner disciplines that separate the few who rise from the many who settle. Part 1, your mindset, the way you see the world. Let me tell you something powerful. Your mindset is the lens through which you see everything. And that lens determines how you interpret failure, how you respond to challenge, how you talk to yourself when nobody's watching. Most people think life happens to them, but ultra-successful people, they understand that life happens for them, even the hard parts. You see, it's not what happens to you that breaks you. It's how you interpret it. It's the story you tell yourself about it. Someone else loses a job and crumbles. You lose a job, and it becomes the moment you wake up and build something better. Someone else gets rejected and decides they're not good enough. You get rejected, and you use it as fuel to grow stronger, sharper, more refined. That's mindset. It's not just what you think. It's how you frame what happens to you. Let me give you a visual. Imagine your mindset as the soil in your garden. You can have all the seeds in the world, goals, dreams, talent, drive. But if the soil is poisoned with fear, negativity, comparison, or self-doubt, nothing grows. Every day you've got to till that soil, uproot the weeds, plant better thoughts, affirm what you believe in. Remind yourself of who you're becoming. Feed your faith, not your fear. And remember, mindset is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to respond in a way that serves your growth. You're going to face doubt. You're going to face slow seasons, but you don't need to live under those clouds. Train your mind to see possibilities. Train your mind to be resilient. Train your mind to rise instead of retreat. Because once your mind is strong, you can handle anything life throws at you. Part 2, your energy. How you feel determines how you perform. Let's get something straight. You can't give your best if you don't feel your best. Energy is the currency of life. Not just physical energy, but emotional, mental, and spiritual energy. Have you ever noticed how everything feels harder when you're exhausted? When you're drained, your discipline fades. Your patience disappears. Your creativity shrinks. And your goals, they feel like a burden instead of a mission. That's why ultra-successful people guard their energy like gold. They don't just ask, what's on my to-do list? They ask, what gives me energy? And what takes it away? And they manage their day from that place. Now let's get practical. How do you manage your energy on a daily basis? 1, start with your body. What you eat fuels your focus. What you drink supports your stamina. How you move keeps your emotions balanced. You don't need to become a fitness model, but move every day. Even 20 minutes of walking can lift your mood, sharpen your thoughts, and reset your system. Eat foods that energize, not ones that drag you into a fog. Sleep like your success depends on it, because it does. You can't pour from an empty cup. 2, mind your inputs. Your energy is affected by what you consume. And I'm not just talking about food. What content are you feeding your mind? What kind of people are you surrounding yourself with? Every scroll, every conversation, every song you listen to, it's either fueling you or draining you. So ask yourself daily, is this lifting me up or pulling me down? That's why it's critical to start your day intentionally. Before the chaos comes in, fill yourself with something empowering. Silence, gratitude, a podcast, a few pages of a book, prayer. Whatever centers you. Don't start your day in reaction mode. Don't roll out of bed and grab your phone. That's how you lose your energy before the day even begins. 3, protect your boundaries. This is a big one. Not everyone deserves your time. Not every fight is worth your peace. Not every opportunity is meant for you. Say no to things that don't serve the life you're trying to build. That's not selfish, it's strategic. Because your energy is limited, and where you place it each day determines what kind of results you create. Remember this, high energy is not hype, it's alignment. When your habits, your values, and your vision are in harmony, your energy becomes magnetic. People feel it, you feel it, and everything flows more easily. So ask yourself every single day, what's one thing I can do to raise my energy today? Maybe it's a 10-minute workout. Maybe it's cutting off a toxic conversation. Maybe it's going to bed an hour earlier. Maybe it's simply drinking more water. Do it. Protect your energy like it's your foundation, because it is. When your energy is strong, everything else gets easier. Your focus, your execution, your joy, your relationships, even your resilience. Work on your energy like it's part of your job, because if you want a better life, it is. Part 3, your goals. Keep your vision alive. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked at your goals and actually felt alive? Felt connected to them, not just like they were words on paper, but like they were your calling? Because here's the truth. Goals are not just dreams, they're roadmaps. They give your actions meaning. They give your time purpose. They turn random days into intentional progress. But most people don't fail because they lack goals. They fail because they forget their goals. They get so caught up in the day-to-day grind, they lose sight of the bigger picture. So let me tell you something powerful. You don't just need to set your goals, you need to feed your goals every single day. Every day, remind yourself why you started. What are you building? What do you want your life to feel like 5 years from now? Who are you becoming? Because when the goal is clear, the grind makes sense. Write your goals down, visualize them, talk about them, speak life into them. Look, imagine your goals like a fire. If you stop feeding that fire, even for a little while, the flames die out. It doesn't matter how big that fire once was. No fuel, char, no flame. So fuel your fire. Put your goals where you can see them. Make them visible, physical, and emotional. Connect them to your why. Here's the key. Make your goals part of your daily conversation, not just with others, but with yourself. This is where I'm going. This is why I'm putting in the work. This is who I'm becoming. The ultra-successful don't just hope for results. They live inside their goals. They walk in alignment with their vision every single day. And when life gets noisy, they come back to the vision. When the path gets hard, they lean on the vision. When the results are slow, they breathe life back into the vision. Because if you don't own your vision, life will distract you. Life will pull you in every direction except forward. So keep your goals alive by making them part of your daily rhythm. Even 5 minutes a day visualizing your future can rewire your decisions. You've got to live with vision, because a person with vision is unstoppable. Part 4, your discipline. Do it even when you don't feel like it. Here's a truth you might not want to hear, but you need to. You will not always feel motivated, and that's okay. The people you admire, the ones building incredible businesses, staying fit, creating strong relationships, mastering their craft, they're not running on motivation, they're running on discipline. Motivation is like the weather, it changes. Some days it's sunny and easy, other days it's cold, dark, and uncomfortable. But discipline? Discipline is your thermostat. You set it, you own it, you control it. You don't get results because you feel like it. You get results because you do it anyway. Let me give you an example. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up and ask, do I feel inspired to brush my teeth today? No, you just do it because it's a habit, it's non-negotiable. That's discipline. Now imagine if your workouts, your journaling, your reading, your deep work sessions became non-negotiables too. That's when you win. That's when you become dangerous. Not because you're motivated, but because you're consistent. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Abraham Lincoln. It's waking up early when your bed is warm. It's saying no to distractions when they're pulling at you. It's doing one more rep when your body says stop. It's keeping your word to yourself. And I'll tell you something powerful. Every time you follow through on a promise you make to yourself, you build self-trust. That's what discipline really creates, identity. You stop saying, look, I want to be that person. And you start saying, I am that person. Discipline isn't punishment. It's a form of self-respect. It's saying, I believe in my future enough to show up for it today. And yes, some days it's hard. But those are the days that separate winners from wishers. Those are the days where your future self is begging you to keep going. So build the muscle. Start small, but stay consistent. Set the alarm, do the work, show up, even when it's uncomfortable. Because your discipline today is shaping your freedom tomorrow. Your character, who you are when no one's watching. Let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. Your reputation is what people think you are. Your character is who you really are. And character, that's what determines how high you rise and how long you stay there. Every day, you need to work on your character, because success without integrity is failure waiting to happen. Think about this. If everything you said, everything you did, every decision you made behind closed doors was put on display for the world to see, would you be proud? That's the test of character. You see, anyone can pretend to be someone for a short time, but your real power shows up in the quiet moments, when no one's applauding, when no one's watching, when there's no trophy to win or post to share. That's when your real self is revealed. Do you follow through on your word? Do you treat others with respect even when you have nothing to gain? Do you do the right thing even when it's hard? Because let me tell you, character compounds. It builds a foundation people trust. It opens doors that talent alone never will. Success without character is like a mansion built on sand. It might look good on the outside, but the first storm will wipe it out. So ask yourself daily, am I becoming someone my future children could be proud of? Am I choosing honesty over convenience? Am I living aligned with the person I say I want to be? Work on your character like it's your resume, because one day it'll speak louder than anything you post online. 6, your skills get 1% better every day. Here's a simple truth. You get paid in proportion to the value you bring, and value comes from skills. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards performance. So, what are you getting better at today? Because the person who becomes ultra successful, they don't get there by accident. They sharpen their skills like a craftsman sharpens a blade with daily intention. It could be your speaking, your writing, your ability to listen, lead, sell, solve problems. Whatever it is, get better. Don't aim for massive improvement overnight. Aim for 1% better every day. It's like compound interest. Tiny improvements stacked daily lead to breakthroughs you never thought possible. And here's the thing. Most people never become valuable because they stop learning when school ends. But the winners, they stay students of the game for life. They read books. They take courses. They ask better questions. They stay curious and open to feedback. The future belongs to those who learn more skills and combine them in creative ways. Robert Greene. Let that sink in. Because the moment you stop growing, the world starts passing you by. So don't just show up. Show up sharper. Add a new tool to your toolbox every single day. If you do that, your opportunities won't just grow. You'll grow into someone who creates opportunities. 7, your communication. Speak clearly, listen deeply. Let's be honest. Your life rises and falls on how well you communicate. Whether it's with your team, your family, your clients, your spouse, or even with yourself, communication is everything. But here's the secret. It's not just about talking. It's about being understood. It's about connection. And even deeper, it's about listening. Most people listen to respond. Very few listen to understand. But the ultra successful, they master both. They speak with clarity and they listen with humility. Think about it like this. If you can't express your vision, your ideas, your needs, how can people help you? How can you lead? How can you sell? How can you inspire? Every day you must work on your words. Words move people. Words build bridges. Words start revolutions. Great communicators aren't born, they're built. So practice, articulate your thoughts. Speak with intention. Slow down your delivery. Look people in the eye. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And on the other side, listen more than you talk. Ask thoughtful questions. Listen to learn, not just to respond. Want to stand out in business? Get good at communication. Want to build trust in your relationships? Become a great listener. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Plato. So work on your communication daily. Your words carry weight. Use them well. 8, your environment. What surrounds you shapes you. Let's get brutally honest here. You become what surrounds you. If you're constantly around negativity, distractions, low standards, toxic energy, guess what? You absorb it. You live in it. You start to shrink even without realizing it. But if you build an environment that lifts you, pushes you, challenges you, you grow, you thrive, you rise. Your environment isn't just where you live. It's what you read, what you watch, who you talk to, what habits are being reinforced around you. Let me give you an example. You could have the best seed in the world, full of potential, destined to grow tall and strong. But if you plant it in bad soil with no sunlight and no water, it dies. Not because it wasn't good enough, but because the environment didn't support its growth. You are that seed. So ask yourself daily, who am I surrounding myself with? Are they pushing me to grow or pulling me down? Is my space clean, focused, and productive? Or is it chaotic and distracting? Am I filling my mind with inspiration or garbage? This is why the ultra-successful are ruthless about their environment. They design their space to keep them focused. They choose their circle like their future depends on it, because it does. Sometimes growth requires subtraction. You may need to distance yourself from people who drain you. You may need to let go of habits, routines, or digital noise that steals your focus. Your environment should remind you of your greatness, not distract you from it. So build a space that matches your dreams. Create rituals that support your best self. Protect your peace like it's gold, because it is. Remember, you can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. And you can't grow in the same space that keeps you small. 9, your gratitude. Stay grounded and humble. Let me share something that most people overlook in their pursuit of success. Gratitude isn't weakness, it's power. You want to keep growing? You want to become ultra successful? Then start by appreciating what you already have. Because here's the truth. You cannot receive more if you're not grateful for what you already have. Gratitude is what keeps your feet on the ground while your dreams reach for the sky. It centers you. It humbles you. It opens your eyes to just how far you've already come, even if you're not where you want to be yet. You see, in a world that constantly tells you to want more, chase more, achieve more, gratitude reminds you that right now, this moment, this breath is a blessing. And when you start your day with that perspective, you don't complain, you create. You don't compare, you focus. You don't panic, you trust. Every day, take a few minutes, just a few, and reflect. What am I grateful for right now? Who has helped me grow? What challenges have made me stronger? You'll begin to see everything differently. You'll move through life lighter, clearer, and with more joy. Gratitude doesn't mean settling. It means appreciating while still reaching. It's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. Unknown. So work on it daily. Train your eyes to see the good, your mind to remember the wins, and your heart to stay open. Success without gratitude feels empty. But when you carry gratitude in your spirit, even small victories feel rich. 10. Your self-belief, the engine behind it all. Here we are, the last but perhaps the most important habit to build daily. You must work on believing in yourself every single day. Because listen, you can have the talent, you can have the resources, you can have the support. But if you don't believe in you, you won't even try. Self-belief is the foundation of everything you build. It's the voice in your head that says, I don't care how hard it is, I'll figure it out. I may not know everything yet, but I will learn. I might fail today, but I won't quit. That belief, that quiet confidence, that's what separates the ones who dream from the ones who achieve. And don't confuse belief with arrogance. This isn't about thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing you have what it takes to keep going. It's about showing up scared, unsure, maybe even underqualified, and still saying, let's do this. But here's the key. Self-belief doesn't show up once and stay forever. You've got to feed it, protect it, build it like a muscle. How? Remind yourself of how far you've come. Celebrate small wins. Replace negative self-talk with empowering truths. Surround yourself with people who see your potential, even when you can't. Because the way you see yourself sets the ceiling for your success. If you think you're worthy, if you think you're capable, if you think you're ready, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. So feed that belief every day. Write it, speak it, live it. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Make sure you're right in the right direction. Closing, putting it all together. Let's bring it all together now. You don't change your life overnight. You change it daily through habits. And these 10 things, they are your daily work, your daily battle, your daily edge, every single day. Shape your mindset, protect your energy, refocus on your goals, strengthen your discipline, build your character, sharpen your skills, improve your communication, elevate your environment, practice gratitude, grow your self-belief. You work on these things even just a little every single day, and over time, your life won't just improve, it will transform. Because success isn't a result, it's a reflection of who you become behind the scenes when no one is watching. When it's hard, when it's slow, when it feels like nothing is changing, but you keep showing up anyway. So here's your call to action. Pick one area today, just one. Start small, make it a habit, build from there. Don't chase perfection, chase progress. And never forget, the person you are becoming, the life you are building, the dream that you carry, it's all within reach. If you're willing to work for it every single day, now get to work.